Okay, let's dive right into this. We're going to tackle a question that so many of us have wondered about. Why do people struggle with money, even when they're making a pretty decent living? The answer might not be what you think, and it has way less to do with the number on your paycheck than you'd imagine.
And boom, right there. This quote really gets to the heart of it all. It completely flips the script on what we're usually told. The idea here is that the real wall between you and financial freedom isn't how much you earn, it's how far you're willing to look ahead.
The thing is, ending up in a tough financial spot almost never happens because of one big disaster. It's more like a slow leak. It's the result of a pattern built from thousands and thousands of tiny little choices we make day in and day out. And almost every single one of those choices is about one thing, making ourselves feel comfortable right now.
So let's break that down. When it comes to our money, most of us are wired to chase these three things. We want to feel good. We want to avoid anything that feels hard or uncomfortable, and we want that sweet, sweet instant relief. That daily fancy coffee? That's feeling good now. Ordering takeout because you're too tired to cook? That's avoiding discomfort. That little impulse buy online? Instant relief. It's a powerful trio.
And of course we do this. Who wouldn't? Choosing the comfortable option feels like the smart, safe play. It's predictable, it doesn't require a ton of effort, and in a world that feels pretty chaotic, it gives us a little bit of security. It's basically our brain's default setting. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. That safety, that comfort, it comes with a seriously high price tag. It's just a hidden cost. Every time you spend money on that immediate feel-good moment, you're basically taking that money right out of the hands of your future self. The real cost isn't what you see on the receipt, it's the freedom and the opportunities you're giving up later on.
Okay, so this leads us to the big question, right? If it's not really about how much money you make, then what is that fundamental switch in your brain that separates these two totally different financial paths? Let's get into it.
This right here is the great divide. It really all boils down to the question you ask yourself before you spend a dollar. What we're calling broke thinking is obsessed with that immediate hit of emotion. Will this make me happy now? But wealth thinking, that's playing a completely different game. It's always looking ahead, asking, what are the long-term consequences of this choice?
Just let that sink in for a second. You can have two people, same job, same salary, same city. But the one who is consistently asking that future-focused question is the one who's going to build wealth. The other is going to stay stuck. It's proof that it's not about the resources you have, it's about the mindset you bring to those resources.
And here it is, the classic trap we all fall into. We tell ourselves, if I just got that raise, or if I just got a better job, all my money problems would disappear. But the dangerous thing is, if you don't change the underlying way you think, more money can actually pour gasoline on the fire.
And this is exactly why. It's a little something called lifestyle inflation. So you get that awesome 20% raise at work, fantastic. But what happens? Instead of saving or investing it, your spending jumps up by, say, 30%. You get a bigger apartment, a fancier car, you start going on nicer vacations. Your whole life gets an upgrade, but your actual financial health hasn't improved one bit. You're just running in the same hamster wheel, but now it's a more expensive one.
And that's really the tough truth of it all. Getting a bigger paycheck doesn't magically make you more disciplined. It doesn't give you a long-term perspective. All it really does is give your old short-term habits a bigger playground and a bigger budget. It basically puts a giant magnifying glass on the very thinking patterns that were holding you back all along.
So what do we do about it? Well, the answer isn't some crazy, complicated spreadsheet or a vow of poverty. It's actually a shift in your identity. You start to think of your choices in terms of future self-protection. Every financial decision you make today isn't a sacrifice, it's an act of service. It's you right now looking out for the you of tomorrow, next year, and 10 years from now.
So here it is, laid out plain and simple. You're really choosing between two identities every single day. The first one will always trade tomorrow's potential for a little bit of comfort today. But the second one, the wealth-building identity, acts like a bodyguard, protecting your future self from the whims and impulses of your present self.
Which brings us right back to where we started. This is the big takeaway. The fight for your financial future isn't won or lost in your bank. It's won or lost between your ears. It's all about rewiring your brain to value long-term fulfillment over short-term relief. So I'll leave you with this to really think about. It doesn't have to be some life-altering event. Just what is one small thing you can do today, right now even, that the person you're going to be in 5 or 10 years will look back and say, thank you for that. Because that's where it all begins.